My name is Joanne Pollock and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to my first video where I'm talking to you. Today I'm going to show you how to make these two cards. Now these were this was from the card class that I did this month. And then when you get it in the mail, you're going to get an envelope like this, and it's going to have this in it. You can just throw that out. That's so that it doesn't bend. You will get 2 instruction sheets, one for each card. And then you'll get the envelope with your supplies. We're going to start with this card. I have already cut and scored everything for you. This one is 5.5 by 8.5, and it is scored at 1.5 and 4 3/8, and then you're going to have them fold different ways. I'm going to start with putting these on. I don't know what I did with my multi-purpose glue, so we're going to use this one. Now what you're going to want to do is put little dots of adhesive behind the plush, and wow, for some reason I am having a hard time seeing it today. It's probably because I'm filming and I'll just sit here and talk because, well, seriously, my favorite YouTubers just do that. There's another spot. Okay, that should hold it. Little tiny dots. We don't want them to spread out. And then you put the bigger one over here. Liquid glue does help with the adjustments. And then, oh, I know what it is. I'm using white background paper. I never use white background paper. I might have to change that for the next video, because it's really hard to see white on white. Okay, almost done. That should be good. When both of these are about 1/8 of an inch from the edges. And then, oh! Apparently I need to plug my phone in soon, low power mode. Okay, we'll get the adhesive on here. Stick that down here. And then here is the part that I was going to set up ahead of time, and I completely forgot to. So I am going to get out my stamp because we are using, you can tell this is my first video. This is the bundle that we're using today. And here's all the beautiful poinsettias, however you prefer to say it. I do both. I did tape these together, the inside and the outside, just so that I would have it consistent. Okay, let's get a block. At least I can see through this one. And then I need my red ink. I'm using real red, although I do have, oops, sorry about that, somewhere, seriously, I had it sitting right here, how it would look like with basic black. But whatever ink color you happen to have that you think goes with this should work just fine. Okay, get that good and inked. Line it up with the bottom and stamp your image. And then I am just going to attach this right to the card. This is a very easy card to make. Okay, so I am lining it up about in the middle with the stitching going with the edge. I mean, you don't have to be that perfect. And then you should have a little plastic baggie with all of these things in it. I didn't want them to get lost. Yours may be a bigger plastic baggie, depending on what I had. And then I am going to use my fingers to curl these some. It doesn't take very much, just a little bit of curl because, well, they will flatten in the mail too, depending on how you deliver them. Never realized how difficult it is to carry on a conversation with yourself when you're crafting. Normally I have the TV on or the radio and I am just sitting here. Not talking, just crafting. Okay, I'm using a little glue. And then I'm going to use a little glue on that one. Personally, I like the liquid glue for putting these together. It just makes it a little easier, and a fine tip. And then a few dots on this. I suppose I could have put adhesive backing on it, but I didn't. I just wanted some sparkle there. And then one, take your pick tool. I'm going to take off one of these, which is a little harder when it's on such a tiny little piece of plastic. There we go. I'm going to put that in the middle. Whoops. Looks like, well, okay, I'll put some more glue on that when I get it on. Okay. So we're going to put that so that it doesn't cover up the words, but it's balanced there. Put more glue on this. Now this glue dries clear and with a matte finish, so it wouldn't be seen. If you're using the multi-purpose liquid glue, make sure you don't use too much glue because that stays sticky. And then, since these are so tiny, I'll just use my fingernails to get them off. Put some wonderful gems around, just because they're so pretty. Oops, I left the glue dot behind. That's not going to be helpful. Let's put that back on. Get the glue dot. There we go. And then one more, which flipped over on me. Okay. So there's card one. It's so simple, but, oh, there we go. There's card one. So simple, but look at that. I sit down when I craft, so I stand up here. Look at the detail that you get on this red velvet paper with that embossing. I mean, that's really all the card needs. I think that's so pretty. Okay, card one. Doesn't take very long. Oh, I do have this that I'll probably post on my blog when I post it if you want to know how to make that, because I learned that from Susan Campfield, but she did it with an 8-inch piece of paper and I wanted to get 2 out of 5.5, so I modified it. And I can't find, seriously, I cannot find, I have piles of paper on my desk. If you could see this outside of, you know, this area, just piles of paper everywhere. And oh, here it is. See, piles of paper. This is hers, where she made it on an 5.5 by 9, and you would score 1 7/8 and 4 7/8, which gives you, you know, pretty much the same as what I'm doing, just mine's same width, but each of these panels is slightly different. Okay. So now we will work on the next card, which is this one. And when I got done with this, at this point, I didn't want to put a sentiment on it. It was just so pretty, and I would have only you can only really use something small maybe, or I don't know. I thought it was pretty the way it was. So that's why I did not include any, there's no stamping on this one. It is entirely just putting it together. Everything is scored and folded for you. Your paper has the dimensions on it, and I will include those on my blog also. But this is really just assembly. And if you prefer, you can, I mean, you can definitely switch up the flowers in this with the flowers in this and get a totally different look. And you could switch them between them. You could change the layers. That would be really pretty. But this one is also really simple. I've already cut and embossed the 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, it could be 4 1/8. Pretty sure it's 4 by 5 1/4. Nope, it's 4 1/8. Your pages are wrong. I'll have to fix that. And 5 3/8. Well, I do love little borders. Okay, and so I should have put the pin back in this. It gets clogged really easy. Now we want to put dots of glue behind these. This one's a little easier because it's got bigger images. And right now I don't have it on the white paper, so it's easier to see behind. That looks pretty good. I mean, some glue should hold it. Lots of glue will definitely hold it. Okay. And then we'll put it on here. Rub that out. And then I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of it to pop that up. I tend to use more dimensionals than I need. Okay, dog hair. It comes off of me, I swear. My dog loves to cuddle. Then this just gets centered. The glue will dry and then you won't see it through here. Except for that one. You might see that one. Because I got a little too much glue there. Okay. Now here's all your accessory pieces with one little dot, so don't let that one get lost. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing where I am running my fingers over the petals to try and pop them up a little. I almost didn't do these little ones, well, especially on the other card because I had the middle and I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. So you always have the choice to edit or add anything that you do on your own or with me. I'm not going to make you do it the way I did. Okay, so we're putting it together. Alternating the petals. Just a little glue in the middle is pretty much all you need. You can use glue dots if you so choose. You might want to use more than one because otherwise they might spin. We'll get this one on. And I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not going to put the gem on. Okay, so now might as well, I have it out. I might as well just use the liquid glue. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I am going to do a little over here. It's about where I want it. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's handmade. Okay, so I'm putting that on. Whoops, and I'm taking it off apparently. Stay. There we go. Stay. And then I will put the red one on over it. The first time I made it, I used tear and tape, which might be a better option anyway, so that this doesn't want to leave. If yours are too long for the card, you can always clip them off. Okay, so then I'm going to use some more liquid glue on this. set it in the corner because I love things in the corner. Put your gem on top. Don't forget the glue dot with it. And there we go. All done. Such an easy card. That one took 2 minutes, I think. The other one took a little longer because I had more vellum. But thank you for joining me. Have fun with your card.